Okay, now I'm going to go over the basics of creating modules on Canvas. So here on the screen you can see the modules for Gateway, and these are all a succession of videos and quizzes, and they're organized by sections. And one of the things that we do is we say you have to complete all items by editing, and you could add a prerequisite. So if you had a previous module, you can add that as a prerequisite, and then basically they have to we select these because they have to complete all the requirements and they must move through in sequential order. So basically, to create a new module, you create a new module, and I'll just call this a test module. And then we could add prerequisites, and we could say, okay, first you have to make sure you finish that, and then you can move on to the next one. You can lock them until a certain date so that you can have them released at certain times. And then I'm going to hit add module, and we'll go down here, and this is our test module, and I will add external URL. And this is where you get the URL from the video. So here, when you look at your videos on your playlist, you'll see this, and you'll see this video link. This is not what you want to use. Actually, Canvas doesn't like that. What you need to do is actually go to the video itself so that it looks like this, and copy this. And I'm going to select that, Command-C, or you can edit, copy, and then go to Canvas and put that in the URL. And then you can call this, I'm just going to use that as an example. And then that's it. Then you add item. And so there it is. And it's not released yet. It's not published yet, but you can hit publish and it'll start right up. What they'll see is this. So they'll see this and they can hit play. And what students actually like to do, which is a great option, is they like to go at 1.5 speed. Is just going over the interface here. And it plays a lot faster, and they actually like that. But that's an option that they can choose. The, students can go to YouTube and watch it straight on YouTube. Basically, what goes to the link. Anyway. So that's how you would put that in the module. Now, to create a quiz, it's very simple. I'll go back, and what you do is you add quiz, and then you can create a new quiz, and then you can title it, and we can group it basically, to modules. And I like to indent the quizzes so that you can kind of organize things. So level 1. And basically all the indentation means is that it indents this way. And then the icons are different. And what you can do is go in to quizzes, you can edit, and basically you type in your question. Actually, this is quiz instructions if you have special instructions. Otherwise, you create, you want to shuffle answers. You can give a time limit if you want. I only do time limits if I'm giving quizzes in class, because if you give them a lot of time, sometimes they'll look online for answers, and I don't want them to do that. But when they're doing modules, you can just kind of allow them to go back into the video, which will help reinforce the information. I usually leave these the way they are. So one other important thing is you'll want to set a due date. So that you give them a deadline on when to complete these modules. So what you would want to do for each section of modules, you would set, if you look at these dates, all of the dates for this section here is due on the same day at the same time. And so students will get a notification that they need to complete the quizzes. One other thing to know is that some students will get the notification, they'll go straight to the quizzes and not go through the modules. So you'll have to remind them that all quizzes are through modules if they are. But typically all the module quizzes need to be taken in succession with video. So if, let's say, for example, they took this quiz, they won't have the information from this video if they don't go through in this order. So that's something that we've seen happen. Questions. This is where you just add new questions. So this is where you would put questions here, and then you can do multiple choice or true, false, lots of options. You would put the correct answer here, and then add random possible answers, and then update question. And then you would just continue by adding questions, and then after that, save. And then we can go back into modules. And what they'll see is, as they go and watch the video, they'll see the next, and that'll take them to the quiz. And typically, I'm the instructor, so the quiz doesn't start here, but the students will get right to the questions, and then they'll go through, and then there'll be a next button, and then you can put the next video in. So that's basically how modules work.